Hello everybody. I'm out on a 2-day hike. This is a 22 miles each way. Just a simple 2-day hike. Figured I would show the gear that I've got. I know a lot of people are always interested in seeing what kind of gear other hikers are using. I haven't done a lot of videos lately just because they take too much time and effort, and just really not into shooting videos much anymore. But anyway, this is the Laurel Designs Core. It is a 22-liter backpack, which is about 1,300 cubic inches. I ordered it without any additional webbing, straps, so on and so forth. Just the standard foldovers and the standard shoulder straps, which they don't offer anything but one set of shoulder straps. I opted for 2 sternum straps so that I could do some running in it. The second sternum strap definitely does add some stability, but in the end this really isn't a running pack by any means. You can do it, but it's really not what it was designed for. This is the Wasabi Green, I believe it's called, in DX fabric, and the total pack weight for this is 10.4 pounds when I left the house. One of the aspects of the core backpack, and I think all of the Laurel Designs backpacks, is they use snaps on the top instead of Velcro. Inside I have a basic ditty bag with medication and spare lights, journal, pen. On top I keep my Solumbra fabric, and this just basically replaces a bandana for a lot of people. For me, it's a sun garment, 100 plus SPF. Also have my stakes, and they're usually buried, but I have them on the top so that I can stake out my camera system. Also have a Thermawrap sit pad so that I don't have to sit on wet logs. A lot of wet logs here in the redwoods. Up on top I keep my Montbell synthetic jacket. This is the Thermawrap jacket, hoodless jacket. Also have the Snow Peak umbrella. It's one of the smallest umbrellas that I've been able to find. Don't really like an umbrella taking up the entire length of my pack. And it just kind of compacts and folds out. Got neat little things on it like that. And you know, it's not exactly a big one, or you know, it's not that chrome stuff, but I'm not in the desert right now. Z-Packs ground cloth. This is the Climate Crush, and I keep it along the back of the pack to add some rigidity. I've tried almost every pillow on the market. As a side sleeper, it's been difficult to find a good pillow. And this one is, I think, become my favorite pillow as a side sleeper, because you can get it whatever height you need for, you know, when you're laying down between the ground and the side of your head. Really like that. It also happens to be 70, maybe 75 denier fabric, so it is extremely tough. You can stand on the thing if you wanted to, or sit on it. I have the new Suluk 46 table, and this is a little table that folds together, allows you to cook on and eat with and slice stuff. My dirty clothes bag and a thing of bleach, and I just go down to the river or creek or whatever, fill it up, put some bleach in it, and wash my socks and underwears and shirts and such. TP bag, but I don't use toilet paper, it's just paper towels, and Suluk 46 trowel. Next in is my food bag, and that sits pretty much right in the middle. You know, every SUL backpack that I've ever had kind of rides differently, and you really need to play around with where to put different stuff to make the ride the best. And I've kind of found that the middle spot of this pack is kind of the best spot for my food bag, which is of course my heaviest thing. Tried it down low and it just kind of kept hitting me at the top of the butt. Didn't really like that. Tried it up top and pulled me back a little too much, and just the center of gravity, the COG wasn't very good when it was up on top. So I moved it down into the middle, and that seemed to be the happy spot for it. I wouldn't say the middle, but more mid to high range. Next in is my my dry bag with all of my sleeping clothes in it. And this is pretty much the only thing I use a dry bag for. That's just because I consider this the most precious of things that I never want to get wet. They can get wet, but I don't want it to. This is the Mountain Laurel Designs balaclava, a synthetic balaclava. Feathered Friends booties. Love these. I've tried most of the booties on the market, and these Feathered Friends, they just really seem to have the best performance and down to weight ratio that I've been able to come across. And just for the record, those are the only pieces of down gear that I think, yeah, it's the only piece of down gear that I own anymore. I've sold all my other down gear. I do use the Z-Packs multi-pack as a fanny pack. Inside of here I keep the Z-Packs wind jacket and my camera gear, possum down gloves, Black Rock Gear synthetic beanie. I'm hiking at night, so I have a little set of bells that I clip onto the webbing of the backpack. It is bear and cougar country, and that's pretty much what I carry in there, along with camera gear, which I rarely take, but I wanted to shoot some videos, and hand sanitizer. Second to last thing is my shelter. This is a Z-Packs pocket tent. So it's the pocket tarp with tent attached to it. In other words, a Z-Packs Hexamid in 0.34 fabric. Mountain Laurel Designs overmitts, gloves, and those are usually in here. A staff for my tent and stakes. The other bag of stakes is for my tripod setup, and I could use my Z-Pack staff to support my tent, but I just end up bringing a dedicated carbon staff. And lastly, on the bottom is inside of a bag the Mountain Laurel Designs FKT quilt. This is the newest quilt offered by Mountain Laurel Designs, and it does have the poncho style head slot. Should probably take off my hat. Undo the buttons, just to give you an idea what it looks like. You would normally keep them buttoned up. So that allows me to not have to bring a heavier jacket or, you know, additional base layers. I can just, if it starts getting really cold, it got down to freezing, so, you know, early in the morning I can just I already have my jacket on, you know, sleeping in my jacket at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So, you know, I'm just wearing this, and then in the morning it's just a matter of unzipping it and poking my head through, and I'm good to go while I'm breaking down camp for, you know, however long it takes. Anyway, that's about it. The start of the hiking season's here, and we finally have some amazing weather here in the redwoods. So it's hiking season. It's time to get it on, and I guess that's really about it. The pack weighs low 7-ounce range. I would say that the 10.4 pounds that I have in it, or had in it when I started, was pretty much maxing it out. I don't know if I would want to take this pack into the above 11-pound range. You know, 12 pounds, no, that would not be fun. I also don't think I could get 12 pounds of gear in it, all of that being, you know, obviously food and water. But, you know, for those of us in the SUL, XUL range, very, very sweet little pack. You know, it's that magical spot of 22 liters, and you know, there aren't a lot of packs out there in that size, so that's definitely why I picked this up. I wanted to give it a go, and am very impressed with it. It does not have a hip belt. You can buy one. I didn't. Hang on, I'm really hot wearing this. Doesn't have a hip belt. Don't really need one. In fact, I've never thought, gee, I wish it had a hip belt. I'm glad it doesn't. Most of the time I don't even wear either of the sternum straps. And yeah, I think that's really about all of it that I can talk about. I do use a Ultimate Direction water bottle with a hand, and I pretty much just carry it just like this, and that's how I carry my water. As for clothing, Hoka 11 Speed Goats. I'm absolutely loving these Speed Goats from Hoka 11. Wigwam socks. Solumbra athletic, not the ultra athletic, but the athletic pants, and the Solumbra athletic tops. This is a very, very unique 4-way stretch fabric. really, really liking this. Unfortunately, it only comes in white, so it's starting to show being out on the trail. And underneath that, I have the this is the Cora Yak top, and I have the Cora Yak bottoms on underneath this. And that will probably all end up coming off here in the next hour or two. Might do it as I'm breaking down all of this. Anyway, hope this video's worked, that you can hear the audio and all that. If not, sorry. Happy to answer any questions about any gear. Oh, the hat is Head Sweats long bill. I really like the long bill. Adds another inch of length to it. Wear glasses, obviously, so have Cocoon sunglasses. Have the Storm Whistle, the best whistle that I can find on the planet. Tested, what was it, 2022 whistle, something like that, and the Storm Whistle came out the best in regards to hearing from one canyon to another canyon. So what's called the carry range. Compass is the Suunto MC2 Global. Obviously the MC2 Global is overkill for most hikers, but because most of what I do is designing trails, it is important for me. Solumbra sun gloves. I switch between the Solumbra sun gloves and the OR sun gloves. I just happen to wear these ones this time. All right, my camera setup on this hike is kind of strange, but it seems to be working. I have the Z-Packs carbon fiber staff coming up to the what is this thing called? This is the micro version of it, the smallest one, connected to a glyph. And then I just have looped cord going out to stakes with some micro line locks on them just to make it easier to adjust. And you know, you can just sit here and adjust this however you want to, need to. Kind of a hokey setup, and by far not the lightest, but let's see. I really don't have any other way of connecting this to this at this point in time. So yeah, I have to go with this strange setup. But hey, it's working, and you know, in the end, that's what matters. And you know, when I bring my camera equipment, my phone, and you know, as most of you guys know, I usually don't bring a phone, but I did this hike just to be able to, you know, show you guys some stuff. When I do bring it all, I usually bring this thing, you know, just be able to set it down and shoot some B footage or whatever. So just wrapping it around here, and I actually have it looping through the line that comes down from the staff. I have it tucked into behind here, so it won't fall down any further. And you know, it seems to be pretty good. It's pretty much rock stable. Just a real quick, I'll come up here and show you guys some of this stuff. Here's the FKT quilt. It does have a footbox closure, and unlike the standard quilts, which have Velcro along here, which I've stated in my article, my review of the Spirit quilt, that was the only negative I really had to say about it, was the Velcro. And that's because I sometimes take silk garments with me to sleep in, and the silk gets caught on the Velcro. This time, I'm guessing in order to save some weight, and because it's not a low degree rating bag, they went with some snaps, and they seem to be working pretty well. Moving on up, you have the head slot here, which makes it basically a poncho, and it has 3 snaps in it, and you just snap them closed at nighttime, and or you know, if it's a little warm, you know, then you can just keep them open, and you know, it helps vent whenever you happen to roll around. On the top is a snap on this side and a snap on that side. By the way, here's the view of where I'm at. Looking back, that's what I was seeing while I was yapping. If you're wondering if I would buy this over a lower rating, you know, spirit quilt, and again, a little bit of back history on this quilt. It has increased synthetic insulation down here and less insulation up at the core body shoulder region, and the reason for that is because it's designed to be worn with some type of jacket or base layers, you know, top base layers, thereby allowing you to not have to take synthetic or down, whatever your preference is, leggings with you. And that's the concept behind that particular quilt. Here's a close-up of the Climate Crush. And as I said, it really allows you to get some vertical height with it. And we put down that 20-ounce water bottle here. So there's a standard 20-ounce water bottle. And as you can see, it's, you know, it's got some pretty good height to it. Then a little, what they call an ear pocket, which is really neat to, you know, your ear just sits down in there, so you don't have ear pressure. Here's the Thermawrap sit pad. I got mine in a coyote color. I like the gray better than that yellow color. Sorry for any shaking with the camera. I am obviously hand holding this. So here is the pack. It has wings. It has some wings on it for the bottom of the shoulder straps. Moving along. There's the buttons. And not much to see down inside of it, but there's looking down inside. Just a standard backpack. Here is the Montbell synthetic jacket. I have a fair amount of miles on this particular jacket, and you can see it's holding up very well. Got some soylent splatter on it. My beard gets in the way and catches whatever I'm drinking, and then dribbles down onto the jacket when I'm wearing it. Got some nice, a little bit of stretch to it along the cuffs due to that. Got standard pockets. That is the one thing I wish it didn't have, was pockets. You know, they could save a minimal amount of weight by, you know, not having the pockets in there, but I realize most people want their pockets. Here are the Black Rock Gear synthetic mitts, and these are the fold back mitts, and I got the other one. I got one stuffed in there. Here's the Z-Packs wind jacket, a hoodless wind jacket. Try to get the zipper to show you. It's got a very minimalist zipper. Coming up to the neckline. Actually, I apologize. This is a hooded jacket. My bad. Yeah, my bad. So there's the seam along the shoulder and hood. It's got a little bit of elasticity stretch to it. I wouldn't consider it a helmet hood, but it's pretty good. I can easily put it, you know, on with this hat that I'm, you know, the hat that I'm wearing. Let's see. I will have to put the camera down in order to show you that, so hold on a second. All right, there is the Suluk 46 aluminized table with a MSR groundhog on it to give you an idea of the size. And the my replacement knife, very much like that little guy. I ended up wrapping the handle with some cordage. This is Lawson glow wire cordage. I figure if I ever lose the cordage for my my tent, I can just pull it off of there and I'm good to go. Really neat little table. And get some cheese and cut your cheese up on there, and avocado, be able to scoop out avocados on there. Speaking of food, I know people are going to ask about food, so let me show you my food bag here. I just happen to have, I don't know, what is this, maybe MSR, or probably a, I have no idea what that stuffed sack is for. This particular trail, I'm trying to get through my my trail butter. Sorry, not looking at the camera. Trying to get through my trail butter. This is the Mountaineer Maple. It's 200 calories, 5 grams of protein, and there are 4 servings per container. So it's 1,200 calories and 20 grams of protein in this. So, you know, this one container is, you know, bam, 1,000 calories. You know, so if you're somebody that needs 3,000 calories, then, you know, or, you know, let's say 6,000 calories, you know, then you carry one of these per day and, you know, boom, you've got 1,000 calories. It's just down, you know, or carry a couple of them, and you know, there's half of your food for the day. It's 4.5 ounces. I also have the Ozark Original, and it's 180 calories and also 5 grams of protein, and also 4 servings. And I also have an espresso version that is 190 calories. Usually I have that one after breakfast. Those are my last 3, by the way. Once they're gone, I'm not sure if I'm going to order any more. I absolutely love these things with one exception, and that is they leave little chunks of nuts in it. So it's like 99.9% mush, and then they have these stupid little chunks in there, and the chunks I just don't like them. You know, if you're gonna make, you know, a butter, you're gonna call it a butter or a mush, then don't keep chunks in it. You know, make it an authentic butter. And you know, you're sitting there spooning it, you know, you're sitting there spooning it out or sucking it in, and boom, you get this chunk of some you know, nut, and it turns me off those, and I'm probably not going to buy any more of those, even though on a weight to pow factor, very, very impressive, you know. And you know, cost wise, they're a little bit of an ouch, but what kind of stuff like this isn't, you know. All right, so moving on, green belly bars. These are my primary bars that I eat. Every now and then I'll buy some of those Luna lemon zests, I think they're called. And I really like the lemon zests from, they're just, you know, they're a neat flavor, tantalizing thing in the mouth. So I enjoy them. But yeah, the green belly bars, this is the peanut apricot, which is kind of my favorite one. And 5.47 ounces. 1/3 of daily nutrition. There are 2 bars inside, as you can see right there. 2 bars, each serving size or per container is 1, so you're looking at 645 calories. And as it says, this meal provides 1/3 of your daily nutrition. So, you know, you can carry 3 of these per day if you're rich enough to do that. I'm not rich enough to be able to exist on nothing but green belly, but you know, you could carry 3 of these, and that would technically be your FDA approved amount of calories per day. Now obviously the FDA approved amount of calories per day and what we hikers have are different, but still pretty nice. And I have 2 bags of those. I have that one, and then the, come on. This is the cranberry almond. And this one is also 645. All right, next up is my Soylent. I am on a primary Soylent diet right now, and I have 3 of them left. And yeah, so that's pretty much my food for the rest of the day. Let's see, the umbrella. The way that this works is there's just these little fold back things like that, and then you pull them down and it looks like that on the inside. It's not the beefiest umbrella on the market. Got little clasps right there and a little plastic thing on the end, which is nice, not some stupid massive wood handle or rubberized wood handle. By far the lightest handled umbrella, and one of the lightest umbrellas I've been able to find, from Snow Peak. And yeah, I just really like this little guy. So that's looking straight up while I'm standing. It's got a good amount of coverage on it. And I think that's about it, folks. Thanks for watching. As I said, if you got any questions, definitely bounce them my way. I will answer what I can. And everybody have a wonderful 2016 hiking season. This might be one of the few videos I produced this year, so might as well use this opportunity to say have a great year.